I'm just a boy from Kansas out to save the world from chronic disease. And I truly mean that. Nobody is in control of your health but you. I can't heal you. Your doctor can't heal you. You have to heal you. And it's all about having the education and empowerment to know what you need to be changing within yourself, within your life, to set your soul free and accomplish that best life that we all like to talk about. And I truly believe that the greatest medicine of all is to teach people how not to need it. I'm Brendan Vermeyer, the original Holistic Savage. Welcome to the Holistic Savage podcast.
Someone to solve our problems. That's why we go to the doctor. But I think back to like before I had a baby and the things I was trained in and the things I was trained to say. And mind you, I have a very holistic background. And yet I look back and I'm like, oh man, after I had my baby and the stuff that the same things that I said to people were being said to me, I'm like, that is not right. Like, and I'm like, if I could go back and slap myself for telling moms, you just need to sleep more. Oh, stop. You think we wouldn't be sleeping? Like if we could, we'd be sleeping. But I think that's really important because sometimes men come into this and they feel like, one, they don't have a place in this conversation, which they absolutely do. We can talk about that. But two is that they feel like maybe they shouldn't even talk about it because like we might step on a woman's right or we might be misunderstood. And really, birth control, yes, it's a women's health issue, but it is a societal issue. When we look at the fact that birth control influences women's behavior, mate selection, how they are showing up in the world, how their hormones are influencing their mood, their digestion, all of these things, birth control absolutely influences every aspect of a woman's life, and men are part of women's lives. And so I think that, if you are a man and you're listening to this, there's going to be some stuff, some knowledge that we drop in this, and you're going to be like, oh, snap. That makes so much sense of why that girl in college, X, Y, and Z. And so to understand that, yes, men are part of this conversation, at the same time, we have to enter into this, all of us, through the lens of like, I don't know her experience, so let me listen. Let me let her share and hold the space so that she can share her experience.
That was literally a brilliant intro, and I'm glad you pointed that out because, obviously we don't want to get too reductionistic and isolated on, oh, well, let's talk about, hormonal biochemical pathways. It's like, no, we have to be focused on the big issue, which is a societal level issue when, something that is, well, I don't even know the statistic of how many women are put on birth control, but we all see like, oh yeah, a girl turns 13, has painful periods, now she's on birth control, and then someday later she's 26 and weight loss resistance and infertile and cystic acne and fill in the blank. It's like,
absolutely. So here's the first thing I want everyone to understand. We absolutely deserve access to birth control. And I think people get confused because they're like, how can you talk about the problems with birth control and at the same time advocate for access? And it's like, look, there are problems with prednisone, but I would still advocate for access. There are problems with thyroid medication if it's misused or the type that you're using, yet you still need access to these things. So I think that we get ourselves in trouble with all or nothing thinking. And it happens on both sides. So the holistic health community are like, no drugs, all natural, all or nothing. It doesn't really work that way though. I call it the buffet. Like I want to step up to the buffet and be like, okay, I got drugs, I got surgery, I got herbs, I've got nutrients, I've got diet, I've got lifestyle. Like how amazing is that to have the array put in front of you and then to have someone guide you and help you pick and choose what's going to work best for where you're at right now. And in addition to that, I think it's really important that we